And Hello everyone， how are you 啊？今日星期三，落啲咩雨啊？係啊，咁樣我哋就下次再出外探險啊。其實呢個環節我想做好耐啊，係各位觀眾啊，嗱，如果聲音有咩事單聲啊，頭先發生咗一啲好搞笑嘅事，係啊，真係啊，好快搞掂啊！上天對我不薄嘅，係嗱，今日就同大家打個招呼先啊！有邊位朋友響個 chat room 啊？睇唔到嘅，點解？哇，搞嘢喎！係呢個其實呢個環節咧，我想做好耐噶啦，真係。其實呢個環節咧，我想介紹下啲 YouTube 啊，比較係一啲正面嘅思想啊，有啲所謂嘅大神啊，有啲宗教師啊，種種嘅類型嘅。今日咧就同大家推薦一位算係大神仔啊，算係大神噶啦。即係何謂大神呢？今日咧就其實最近咧就發生咗一啲事，上一排咧就有啲美國佬。真係美國佬，即係美國個朋友喎，真係喺個國會嗰度，喂，大佬講啲 UFO 嘅嘢喎，咁得意嘅，可以喺啲光明正大講 UFO 喎，而家時勢變嘅嚇，所謂九雲真係啊，又好得意喎，成世界好似傾向緊呢樣嘢喎，又未證實，我講到乜親，好似係又好似唔係咁樣嘅款頭喎嚇，睇先啊！撳一撳呢個亂晒我呢個，係好，而家立即，係放翻大先啊！咁就慣啲，睇到我好唔慣啊！睇大家留言先啦。最近呢，真係前幾日咧有係咪上個星期啊？有墨西哥又出咗一啲 UFO 嘅片喎，好鬼得意喎！點樣得意法咧？而家就去片俾大家睇一睇先啊！睇下有幾得意嘅，因為我覺得好得意嘅嘢啊！呢個世界。好似世界變喎，呢個世界啊，乜都有可能發生嘅。咁啊，順利未讀大家嘅留言啦，就取去片先，究竟有幾得意啊嚇 ？OK， 係揾翻個位先。真係我都唔知邊度。OK， 係俾大家睇一睇呢條片喎，係即係都。即係最近發生咗啲咩事呢？嚇？究竟去片之後再讀大家留言啊嚇，係唔好意思今日遲咗少少嘅係。好，究竟我片去邊度啊？咁搞笑。OK， 哇！做咩唔見咗嘅喂？好嚇我。OK。去片先啊！呢個係最近墨西哥嘅一件事情嘅，呢係一個跌班㗎咯，即係嗱，而家我一直講就一直俾大家睇喎。呢個係直播現場㗎，係呢個係現場節目嚟㗎。嗱，睇大家發現呢一個咁樣嘅嘢，好得意喎咁得意嘅。即係我覺得佢都幾盞鬼嘅，呢個其中一個 body 喎一個屍體嚟嘅，睇下先講咩。
Aliens found in a mine. I do hope that we find real aliens someday, but these are not someday.
嗱呢個 YouTuber 又話呢個唔係 alien 啊，大家睇到好得意喎，點解咁得意嘅？唔好意思啊，係咪要尊重一下？最近好興一句説話啊，唔相信都要尊重一下。咁人之常情啦，大佬呢嚿嘢咁鬼得意，都唔係話尊唔尊重喎，有時啊，應該點樣講呢？呢嚿嘢移個位先啊，係啊，你大家睇一睇佢個樣又點解整到咁呢？嗰個 file 嗰個 outline 啊，係喎，呢個係 UFO 啊，好似冇關節嘅，我感覺上係，即係而家最近有啲朋友 send 俾我睇呢個圖啊，我哋繼續睇啊，係繼續睇。
Find real aliens someday, but these are not aliens. These little guys are sculptures. People in Peru.
佢話佢唔係 alien 嚟噶，睇一睇字幕。
Have been doing this now for almost a decade. They take animal and human remains from ancient desert burial sites.
其實咧一路以嚟咧都有講緊噶啦，響呢個 Peru 度發現1000年嘅腳乾屍喎， 點知啊，原來有一個大騙局嚟㗎嚇！呢啲世界上一直有咁嘅騙局嘅，所以呢一個
and
嘢
use
啊
them to
係
make art. The heads of the little aliens are made by taking either a dog or llama skull, tossing
嚟
out the jaw
呢個係專家講啊，專家配伴係點樣整出嚟啊？
bone, hacking the face off of the skull so you're left with just the brain case, flipping that around, and then sculpting a little face on the back of the skull. It's pretty clever. Other bones are added to make what looks like an entire creature,
I'm not think that's clever 喎，好硬喎，整到。
and the sculpture is then coated in diatomaceous earth. This gives it a nice creepy effect and hides any of the cut marks. I find it sad that people in the Mexican
嗱，因為佢話咧就攞個咩骨啊，攞個頭骨嚟一個金蟬脫殼啊，叫做移形換影咁解，就敲咗個頭骨啊，就倒翻轉頭就當係一個 alien，嗰其實係用真骨嚟㗎喎，即係可能你化驗嚟講都係一種生物，但係又唔知咩生物咁解。但係我覺得佢拗拉好硬喎，整到呢個 alien。
added to make what looks like an entire creature, and the sculpture is then coated in
Okay.
busy making lots of 5 years ago.
我哋繼
At
續睇
the
喎嚇，
universe
係
this earth, this gives it a nice creep marks. I find it sad that people in the
I don't
Mexican
think it's
government
creep,
have been
bro.
fooled by this hoax because scientists
cute,
at the
man.
University of San Marcos in Peru already debunked these sculptures.
即係如果係一個大騙局嚟講，你大家睇一睇呢班友，你睇一睇佢哋嘅樣喂啊！咁呢啲咪演員嚟嘅？究竟佢哋知唔知咧？啊，或者係一個投資，其他嗰啲當真嘅喎？但係所以我又講呢個世界咧，梗係有啲無知嘅人陪襯嘅。啊，呢啲係最佳演員啊！啊，可能佢唔知嘅，可能佢就知啊。
5 years ago. As mentioned, someone in Peru has been busy making lots of alien sculptures out of mummified animals. Some are made of dogs, others llamas, some are even made of human remains. The clip I'm showing you here is from a video made in San Marcos, detailing what scientists and criminal investigators knew about this scam back in 2018. Because the sculptures are made of actual ancient animal remains, they register as being old in carbon dating experiments. The Mexico report made a big deal about DNA. They said they were shocked to find that
啊，最近呢班友好似啊，響唔知講咩，講緊佢發現一個 DNA， 發現一個 UFO 啊屍體啊。
30% of the sculpture's DNA was not recognizable in our databases. But that's not actually surprising. Normally, when you sequence ancient DNA, up to 50% of that DNA will come back as unrecognizable. This is due to contamination by bacteria and fungus, which also have DNA. Many species of bacteria and fungi are not in our current databases. Aliens might be real. I hope they are and that I get to meet one someday, but these ones are obviously hoaxes.
OK， 即係佢後邊嗰句啦，當然重點啊，睇咩 alien 都好啦，即係睇 alien 又好，睇下鬼魂都好，其實呢啲嘢我哋相信，只不過咧，你攞啲嘢擺出嚟俾人信，咁咪有啲過分咯嚇，有啲撈啊，大佬係咪啊？即係我都相信呢個講嘅大佬，我唔係我第一眼睇已經係 what the fuck 個心諗 what the heck 咁。即係個快整好啲啦嘛，個快唔夠快啊！我外表係喎，即係佢又攞個捉個字蝨啊，就可能講啊世界上我哋未證實到咁嘅嘢啊，其實都頭先佢解釋咗啦，後邊嗰段啦，睇一睇大家留言啦，呢個時候開始睇大家嘅留言先嘅，係留言講咩啊？係你哋好啊，係唔好意思嚟遲咗，頭先下邊整嘢喎，搞到我呢度都冇埋電啊！剛剛我呢度停電啊，搞笑啊真係 ！Oh my god！ 停電點搞啊？點樣搞啊，大佬？黃老師今日唔係黃老師，今日介紹一啲即係 YouTube 嘅值得推薦嘅 channel 啊！我開始介紹咁嘅嘢，即係大家用一個正能量去睇一啲正面嘅嘢，唔好成日睇埋嗰啲唔三唔四嘅嘢。係人啦，都正面啲啊嚇！嗱呢一個陣間我介紹嗰啲就技術性啲嘅啊，都好推薦㗎嚇呢樣嘢。啊，係啊！不告別啲現代，係歡迎嚟到靈迷噶。我哋佳講咩啊？佳哥講後生嘅時候睇過千里眼嘅書。啊，今日啊，你講到千里眼呢，今日呢係有個諷刺性嘅。點解呢個主題叫千里眼呢？啊，各位觀眾啊，呢個主題啊，真係 YouTube 大神啊，今日啊正嘢推介喎。點樣推介啊？即係推介啲 YouTube 大神。所謂嘅千里眼呢，就唔係真係睇穿咁解。千里眼呢，一陣我講你知啊。 佢哋個眼咧真係睇到唔平凡噶。如果我成日睇我節目都有啊，我係只不過皮毛嘅啫。咁啊介紹咗大師啊，即係佢哋睇嘅嘢同個觀點，同埋我哋一般人普通睇嘅咩咧？咩叫千里眼咧？千里眼咧唔一定係睇穿牆嘅喎。千里眼何為千里眼啊？千里眼好多範啦。佢哋其中一範咧，即係我哋千里眼咧，就係諷刺一啲而家啲玄學家睇到少少相蒙蒙地又話鬼嗰種咧，係一陣就知我講乜嘢嘅咯。哇！噴關轉啊，多謝你嘅贊助宵夜。咦，今日宵夜真係好和味啊！讀緊大家嘅留言先啦嚇，等緊呢個環節好耐啦喎，係Eva你好，大家想黃衛夏好 old school 名我中意啊，係嗱而家立刻就進得進噶啦。今日寫咗啲貓字何謂貓字咧嚇？真係今日嗰啲環節都好緊要啊！正所謂所有嘅 visual effect 嘅稍為啦，即係我覺得稍為識其實咩叫千里眼啊？即係睇穿牆咁解你有另外一個意思嘅，係呢個意思咧，即係代表咗咧，係即係代表咗其實稍為識 visual effect 嘅朋友稍為如果有觀察能力好啲嘅朋友，佢都有時睇到個 effect 嘅。我哋一般人普通人嚟咧睇唔到嘅嘢咧，佢哋一眼咧就睇到好多嘢嘅。事關係點樣嘅？因為佢了解成個操作即係觀念嘅，即係個觀念咧，認到你認知之後咧，你將來咧各位觀眾喺我頻道，你將來睇嗰啲所謂嘅嗰啲 forward message UFO 你稍微有少少嘅認知咁樣先至為一個正確嘅觀念啊。好似有陣時咧，即係有時屋企嘅 family 咧，成日 send 埋嗰啲 video send 一大堆嘢俾我講呢個假噶，然之後佢又好得意喎，因為佢又唔知就要問啊嘛，佢問翻你點解你覺得係假嘅咧？佢有少少質疑喎。當其時我真係唔知道點樣解釋俾你聽喎，點樣講咧？我知係假，不過唔知你解釋俾你聽。其實當中有好多細節係你睇唔到。如果我真係解釋嚟講咧，我要好學術性嚟解釋啊！好，而家接落嚟咧就介紹一位大神俾大家識嘅。係呢位大神咧係即係我哋係叫大神啦。其實佢早好多年前早好多年前嚟講咧，其實佢哋係一個都幾轟動嘅。想當年佢哋出一個 visual effect 嚟講都幾轟動嘅。想當年嚟講，就呢一個係俾大家睇一睇先啦。係，喂呀，好響啊！係就一個咁嘅影片，唔知大家有冇睇過？因為想當年咧轟動一時嘅，即係好多人嚟當就以為呢個世界有咁嘅嘢，其實所有嘢都係 visual effect 嘅，就係呢一班人今日介紹俾大家識噶啦，係就係呢一班人嘅，係睇一睇嘅畫面先係立即去畫面同大家分享今日係就係呢個畫面啦，係佢哋呢班友陣。佢做呢鑊嘢嘅時候，我都有留意㗎。想當年係一個短片嚟嘅，係呢啲你睇到全部係 visual effect CG artist 嚟㗎，全部係。大概係咁嘅嘢。呢個就係一個 CG 啦各位後尾咧就進化噶啦，慢慢。即係 behind the scene 俾大家睇一睇啦，係佢 behind the scene係咁樣嘅，係 before and after 俾大家有個了解先。after and before 啦，係即係佢點做出呢樣嘢 因為想當年我諗唔知係3-4年前到啦，係呢個 video 係就係佢哋係屬於係我有留意過嘅一班 visual artist 啦，算係啊，即係搞啲 CG 啊啲咁樣嘅嘢。呢排咧，因為佢哋有留意啦，佢哋都係有所謂嘅 debunk 啊，即係拆穿好多嘅嗰啲係假影片咁解。今日我哋就分享下，即係當中技術，佢哋所謂嘅一個咁樣嘅技術人員咧睇嘅嘢咧，睇究竟係睇到啲乜嘢咧？而家就開始進入主題咯，所以我哋揀一個係屬於揀一個影片啦，即係可能係跌班嘅影片啊！即係呢啲咁嘅影片嚟講，即係睇下佢哋係點樣拆解啲咁嘅嘢。拆解當然咧，今日嘅影片咧會有少少嘅技術技術性嘅學術性嘅嘢咯。所以如果係得今日話面係教室啦，教室嚟梗係有啲技術同埋學術性嘅嘢啦。所以我揀一個係 debunk artist， 係我 mark 咗噶啦嚇。好。
Balloon to me.
It's a balloon.
好啦，而家就進入去呢個 debunk 嘅影片介紹呢位大神啦，就係叫做咩名啊？係，因為佢哋嘅名嚟講咧，就喺 YouTube 下邊有嘅嚇，就呢一個名啦，係 Corridor Crew 啊，可以去 follow 下。如果有興趣知道更多咁嘅嘢，朋友可以 follow 一下啦，即係睇下呢啲值得推薦嘅。睇咗之後咧，唔會個人會戇狗狗噶嚇，即係起碼對呢個事物知道更多嘢。今日係推薦一個 YouTube 影片嘅推薦咁解，呢啲係值得睇嘅。亦都冇任何嘅 sponsor 㗎，係你好，個聲 OK 係嘛？係喎，而家就睇一睇拆解啦，睇下佢哋嘅拆解影片咯。我哋一齊去分享下呢樣嘢。入邊咧全部係 UFO 嚟㗎，係開埋個字幕先，係最緊要。佢話佢未見過 UFO 啊，但係佢相信咁解啊。
I've never seen a real UFO video. I think they're all fake, but I believe there could be a second layer to what we're about to watch today. Because deep down, I truly want to believe.
We all want to see something unexplainable. Are these plausibly something unexplained? Is somebody faking it? Or is it just a trick of the lens? Let's see what we got.
U.S. military drone captures video of orb-like objects.
Okay, there we go. That is an orb-like object.
I mean, this straight up just looks like a balloon. There's a moment there where it looks like the classic latex balloon.
Sir, are you seeing this?
Okay, this reminds me a lot of the other videos we saw, which is an object flying in a straight line at seemingly crazy speeds. The airplane itself is flying at a great speed in a direction, 300 miles an hour potentially.
Anything you see from this perspective, it's going to travel against the plane of the ground.
It's a classic Michael Bay shot. So he's got the camera whipping along, and you're looking at somebody standing there, and in the background there's just a big motion blur. It's the sun sets, and there's a robot. This is the same effect, but you're even further back, and you're going even faster, and the camera's zoomed in even more. So as the drone's following it, you're getting this big sweep across the background as it's kind of just locked onto this balloon as it's flying past it. That looks like a balloon to me.
It's a balloon.
I think we bunked this one pretty hard.
We debunked it.
We debunked it. To bunk it is actually to prove it's real. My bad.
All the orb videos.
即係佢喺前面過咁解，其實佢個解釋係即係唔係一個 depth 嚟跟蹤一個物體啊，係，所以佢話呢個係 debunk 係真係假嘅，流嘅。
I've seen up to this point. They look exactly like this. Thing flying never changes.
而家解釋緊啦。
Changes direction. It's always in a straight line because it's being filmed from an airplane, which flies in a straight line. To see something go like zoop, 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 that's where you go, whoa. That's not a trick of perspective. But we haven't seen a single one of those.
呢個第二個影片啊係。
Another orb! I think this is visual effects.
What are the telltale signs that say this is a visual effect?
First and foremost, overcast day, Yet we're getting directional lighting on one side of it. That makes no sense.
I think this is a classic case of VFX because of the telltale highlight going gray. As it goes behind the cloud,
Telltale highlight 咧就係嗰啲光線啊，即係佢哋加嘅光線啊嗰啲咁樣嘅學名嚟嘅。
we should see that hot spot shrink to just a little dot of the sun and then disappear.
The clouds should be acting like an ND filter that is just stopping down the exposure on it.
Here's a great illustration. Bring the exposure down, and you'll see the paper start becoming gray and then darker, but this flashlight is going to stay bright the whole time.
But instead what we're seeing is the same size of that white spot just get dimmer, which isn't how optics work.
And it turns gray, it doesn't necessarily fade to like a blue or other sky color. It's just the overexposed value being brought down. They did a really nice job tracking it, getting the jitter of the camera, matching the grain, masking the clouds as it flies behind them. But it's those HDRI highlights that give it away for me.
It's fake.
即係光線嗰度，佢已經睇得出破綻喎。係喎，即係如果你做慣咁樣嘅所謂嘅 CG 啊、visual effect 啊，其實嗰啲咁嘅細節咧，要開始做咧會做好耐㗎。如果真係要成個畫面 natural 嚟講咧，佢真係調到啊嗰位啊調到愛啱啱好啊。所以個細節啊，如果你做過啊，你就知道個細節啊，同埋佢嗰個瑕疵喺邊度咯喎。
All right, hit me with another one. Maybe the next one will be really honest.
Exclusive footage from Caden and Kelly Little.
Lights will quickly zoom off to the left of your screen and then they just disappear.
Oh, come on!
VFX, they sent VFX to the local news station. All right, Caden.
佢哋其實喺佢哋眼中咧，佢嗰嘢已經係知係假噶啦，嗰嘢已經知係假噶啦，即係點樣知係假？聽係點樣解釋啊？係。
Awesome. I love like the mysterious like spinning object you got. Very classic saucer UFO. You know, I love they have two angles, which is amazing. That's great. But I can still tell it's like you and your buddy. Camera starts to pan left at the exact same time the UFO starts to move.
It's always that staged handheld motion. Let's do a test. Here's my finger. I'd like you to follow it. I'm gonna move it this way. Are you ready? Here we go.
I was expecting you to go the other way.
They should have probably let it keep going just a little bit longer because it cuts immediately the moment it flies off. And it's like in real life, if you're recording that, you're like, whoa, and you'd still be searching for it.
Yeah, go into After Effects, take that handle, and just like render us another 4 or 5 seconds. Why not?
Yeah, and there's one last thing. Same with the orb. Yeah, it didn't quite hit the HDR highlights when it flies away. Those lights, they gotta be brighter streaks. If you would have done that, it would have been perfect.
Next time you do this, you're gonna wanna set After Effects to 32-bit, okay? Do a little multiplication, a little division on your motion blur. Just a couple little secrets and tips there to actually get photoreal motion blur in After Effects. Next time.
呢啲就係個細節啦嚇，即係仲有人性一面啊！如果你揸機啊，即係我哋好熟悉噶。你揸個機咧，即係頭先佢形容得好非常之好噶嚇，即係唔知嘅人真係唔知喎，即係點講咧啊？即係如果我哋揸機嚟講，其實係好遲鈍噶。我哋透過嗰個 mon 咧，或者係有一啲 rangefinder 去睇嗰個 mon，嗰樣嘢飛嘅時候咧，你係冇根本係嚟唔切反應咁樣過喎。所以頭先佢嗰個動態嗰 UFO 講飛咧，佢可以跟到嚟講咧，其實咧嗰個就係瑕疵啦。嗰一嘢就係瑕疵咗啦，即係好多其實好緊要多細節㗎嚇，即係如果喺佢哋眼中嚟講係睇到咁多嘢㗎嚇，我哋繼續 continue 㗎 ，alright， yeah。哎呀，撳錯要，再嚟。
Balloon to me.
It's a balloon.
Cuts immediately.
On your motion blur.
And the hot spot.
Oh, whoa.
Whoa, that's the thing the guy just flew by.
That definitely looks like some sort of Mylar balloon. The hot spot on it is like out of focus, causing that like bokeh.
On your motion blur.
Okay.
Just a couple little secrets and tips there to actually get photoreal motion blur in After Effects. Next time. Oh, whoa.
Whoa, that's the thing the guy just flew by.
That definitely looks like some sort of Mylar balloon. The hot spot on it is like out of focus, causing that like bokeh shape.
Balloon, balloon, balloon.
We got to find the stats. Are there more birthday parties happening today than planes in the sky?
There are approximately 22 million birthdays per day.
And then let's just say 1% of these birthdays are careless. These are the rowdy ones. The parents aren't paying attention. The balloons are not tied tightly. We could be looking at 22,000 Mylar balloons being released accidentally into the sky every day, which is more than the amount of weather balloons plus commercial flights being launched at any given moment.
A balloon and a plane crossing paths is nothing unusual.
Nick, down here. Oh. Hey, you hear them talking about orbs up there?
呢
It's
個
all
廣
about
告
the
時間，
circles right
即係頭先佢覺得嗰樣嘢就真係 balloon 嚟㗎嚇，啊嗰樣嘢係黐潮啊，啊飛波嚟㗎嚇。
This is not a weather balloon. That's a Mylar balloon this time.
A balloon.
Jesus Christ, it's Jason Balloon. Wait, that's just. Oh, wait, that's an emoji. Never mind. Is this in camera or is this a visual effect?
I think this is an edit. I think we're looking at a balloon, and I think we have somebody cut to an airplane formation, and it cuts back to this footage.
Yes, also, if those are jets, by the way, yes, that's going to show up in the audio. Jets are super loud.
Christian, can you play this with sound? Let's see if we can hear the planes from the beginning.
What is this, dude? Wait, look. What?
Fake. From the tone of the voice alone.
Fake.
Next.
Metal sphere fly.
啊呢樣嘢之前我都有講過啦，即係其實睇要鼠要飛就睇埋個聲，個聲係後期加嘅啊，就可能唔係響嗰個手機出嚟嘅，聽得出啦。如果手機嘅聲同埋啊，即係唔係環境聲嚟講，即係都要用聲嚟一個推測嘅。
Warsaw, Poland. High quality photos in post.
Ooh, so this is something somebody got. Exposure matches, black levels match, light direction matches. I'm not getting VFX vibes from this. This looks like it's real captured in camera.
Can you search real quick for black weather balloons? Because I think you can get those.
Yeah, I mean, that picture looks exactly like what was filmed. It doesn't move in a straight line, which is a little weird, but like, it's not like it changed directions.
It's curving so gradually that can easily be explained by wind. I mean, we've all seen balloons like get lost and go up into the sky. It looks like that.
You're right, it looks exactly like that. I got a hint of thrill, but it was quickly dashed. Much more plausibly a balloon than an alien.
It's a balloon!
Whoa.
其實如果發現嚟講啊，其實有好多時候啊，即係我哋得知嚟講，都係飛波嚟喎啊！好多時候都係 balloon 嚟嘅喎啊！即係咁樣講，可能啲大型嘅 balloon 啊，係 OK， 即係 balloon 嚟講應該係好大型先咁大粒喎，我諗係好繼續去片啊！
Sphere flying around at volcano Pop-Tart. Popocatépetl.
Popocatépetl.
I thought that said Pop-Tart.
Looks like a still image in the background. Those clouds aren't moving at all.
It's hard to tell because the compression is really, really bad. Like, look at the iframe drop on it.
These people who like find these things are really doing themselves a disservice when they don't upload it, you know, in a decent quality.
Are they? I think the degraded quality is really kind of part of the mystique around UFO videos. It's like a myth, right? It's a legend. It's a digital legend. It has to be downloaded and re-encoded and re-uploaded so many times that the story slowly evolves as the pixels slowly evolve into other shapes. So I did see the clouds moving at the very end of this, and I hate to say it, that balloon is sure flying in a straight line, isn't it? My balloons! If only there was a thing that I could do that would show that it wasn't a balloon. Because when I see a circle in the air floating in a gentle direction at a straight line, like, balloon is the first thing that comes to my mind, and I don't know why that's not the first thing that comes to everybody else's mind when they see this.
Because they want to believe.
I know, I want to believe too, but like,
You can't.
I have higher standards now. I conclude that this is a balloon.
啊，其實呢頭先佢嗰句説話咧都好有意思嘅啊！啊，各位觀眾，有啲嘢咧唔係話唔信喎，你起碼有個公信力俾我信喎。啊，咩做乜都好，唔一定係睇畫面喎。你有個公信力，你俾我一啲嘢係啊，俾我一啲係認質嘅，即係話有啲嘢係可以證實嗰樣嘢嘅，起碼有啲公信力啊，起碼有啲資料啊。係所有個畫面影到嚟講，嗰個證據就喺畫面嗰度，就好似我最近講個紅衣小女孩咁咯。個證據就喺畫面，佢所有 detail 咧，所有個 pixel 咧已經係畫面，已經係證據噶啦。啊，有啲人選擇相信，有啲人睇唔到嘅嘢相信喎，反而睇到嘅嘢咧，佢又講係鬼，好奇怪啊！人性好奇怪喎。啊，呢個時候就睇一睇大家嘅留言先啊，係。啊，你哋又講到咩啊？嚇？ Hello， 晚上好啊！天元師傅嚟買啊，阿 Blade 啊，係吸血鬼出埋嚟。 好似拍過一個 Netflix John Wick 嘅 video 影片，係嗰有陣時佢攞出嚟惡搞嘅，頭先嗰啲係。仲有可成啊乜朋友係激黏你好啊，馬上好啊，多謝 Mandy N 嘅課金嘅，係哎呀，聲音點啊？聲音 OK 啊，係喎靚啊 ，Ghost Pirate 今日另外一位你好，係喎，今日冇嘉賓啊，今日喺度吹啊，係喎，係啊，睇呢個新聞，係啊，新聞全部都話咩嘅UFO 啊，大佬咁樣講啊，真係好搞笑喎，係繼續睇㗎嚇，係。Alright， 去片，
Yes!
All right, this was sent to us. Nick was saying that he didn't know how to determine this one.
Oh, this is like actual video from inside an airplane. I'm excited about this one.
I see it.
I don't know what you're looking at.
There's like a tiny dim black dot.
Yeah, it dropped. Nico, it changed
I
direction.
didn't see it.
係嗱呢一個係另外一個範疇啊，係不過我係其實係放咗另外一個影片嘅，我唔應該放呢個先嘅。其實呢個係內有乾坤嘅喎嚇。OK， 好，第一個未放呢個之後咧，我繼續同大家分享下先嘅係。哇！呢個有啲亂啦，係繼續同大家分享下。OK， 就下一個影片先啦。
The UFO could be an alien bug.
OK， 就再睇睇 UFO 啊，有幾多嘅係咪真實嘅？究竟我哋會遇到一個真實嘅 UFO 啊？係啊，去片先啊！呢個第二個 episode 係。
That is a lens flare. That is a light that's in the bottom of the frame.
They think that's an alien?
Oh, wait.
I think whatever we're looking at actually did happen.
Aliens. Are we alone in the universe? We need to answer that question today. We're going to look at some clips of UFOs, aliens, extraterrestrial sightings, and we will hopefully come out of this with that answer. We are visual effects artists by trade.
We spent our entire lives trying to make things look real. Now we've trained our eyeballs to spot even the most subtle fakeries.
There's a part of me, I'm a skeptic, but buried beneath that skepticism is hope. Hope that one day we'll see a video clip with a real alien. Hopefully that's today.
What are we looking at here?
This is a clip from Russia.
The effects.
All right.
Right off the bat, we got effects. I guess you can only see UFOs through small shattered pieces of acrylic.
Oh, that's a fake blur.
So to be clear, what you're talking about here is he's actually
fake blur 大家知唔知係咩意思啊？啊，就好似你搞嗰啲微影咁樣啊，嗰啲 effect 啊，嗰啲 blur 咧係假嘅，即係嗰啲蒙度可以放落去嘅 effect 嚟㗎。
blurring the entire shot as opposed to just blurring out the UFO in time with the footage. But the footage wasn't blurred.
Yeah, he's just blurring the entire shot. This blur looks to me like a box blur or a Gaussian blur.
係啊，真係俾你睇得出咗。大家知唔知咩叫 box blur 啊？哎呀，即係 blur 嚟講咧，有好多種嘅喎，即係可能係Gaussian blur 啊，Gaussian blur 啊，即係可能係蒙度啊，可能係 lens blur 啊，可能係 motion blur 啊，咁啊 motion blur 啊嘛。如果係lens blur 係鏡頭上面嘅 blur 啊嘛，所以呢啲 blur 啊一睇就知係邊一種 blur 㗎嚇。即係如果敏感嘅人咧，肉眼可以睇得出㗎。
Blur, which is something in After Effects, versus like a real camera lens blur. So the way a blur happens in real life is you're passing light through this point in the lens. You know, it's trying to project a point onto the sensor or the film that you're using. And when things are out of focus, that light beam, rather than like hitting that exact spot from all these different angles, it starts to miss a little bit. You have what's called a circle of confusion. So when things go out of focus, we should be feeling the shape of the aperture a little bit in the blur, but instead it's a very even, uniform blur. Also, the color isn't treated correctly when the blur happens because it's not real footage that we're seeing blurred from the camera, blurring it naturally.
The way blur works is basically the brighter parts of an image will overtake the darker ones. So the sky is the brightest element in this. And as you look at the buildings defocus, you'll see that the dark parts on the buildings are treated as bright as the sky is, which isn't how it would actually work. So when you're doing visual effects for a shot, you want to integrate real life phenomenon that can overlap or blend your fake elements with your real ones. However, in this case, I'm seeing tracking. I can just see the track is slipping just a little bit.
Yeah, I saw that.
I mean, as a video, I'm kind of digging it. It's got a creative little idea behind it. It's executed mostly pretty well, but this isn't convincing me that aliens are real.
All right, let's see the next one.
係啦，真係其實係好明顯咗啦。所以所有細節咧，大家唔知明唔明啊？如果係有搞啲所謂嘅 visual effect 就好明噶啦，或者係有啲 Photoshop 嘅認知嚟講都好明噶啦。其實一個 visual effect 咧，即係成個畫面咧，如果整到好 natural 睇到好自然咧，其實真係要個觀察力啊，同埋你嘅認知又好夠，佢成個畫面先覺得係好 natural 噶。如果真係整到好自然啊，好似真實啦，其實係有個難度嘅啊！呢樣嘢就係個功力啊，個 visual artist 嘅功力啊，個 CG 功力就係響嗰個細節嗰度開始嘅。
Lunar wave!
Lunar
Filmed at 200
wave.
frames per second. Oh, I can't wait. Okay, wait, hold up. Pause. Do people go out there and just film the moon for long stretches of time and then come back into their house and watch the video?
Hell yeah.
Probably.
I take pictures of the moon and then I zoom all the way in and look at it and like, just make sure it's all there.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
What?
Yeah, I see it, but that's not like...
All right, assume everything's coming through the lens. Okay, well, what is this? A wave orbiting a spherical object? Then why is the distortion in 2D instead of in 3D? You know what I'm saying? Like, why aren't we seeing some sort of circular effect that shows, like right now we're seeing a 2D wipe, but if it's a wave going around a 3D object, it's gotta have to come to a point. And are you saying that this telescope is perfectly lined so that the wave looks 2D? What we're seeing here is two-dimensional distortion.
Yes.
I think that's the big thing. So forget what the moon is all about. Forget who's on the moon.
These waves are not happening on the moon.
Forget aliens for a second. The effect that we're seeing, whether it's VFX or real, it's happening between the Earth and the moon.
They said it's 200 frames per second. They could be using a crappy digital camera that has an issue, like, you know how you have like screen tearing on your computer screen? Cameras can do that too, where they get out of sync and like you're getting one frame and the other frame and slowly a scan line moves down through it. It could be just an effect in After Effects.
That's a displacement map in 2D. It's literally just a displacement map, which is going to basically distort and move parts of the image based on like another image. Like here, apparently some sort of gradient, a black and white wave file going across it.
喂，呢個講到好細喎。
No, you gotta say it out loud.
Sam Chortek.
所以頭先嗰個係好，
Be something so mysterious.
頭先呢個有嘢係好學術性㗎啦
It's like that is new. What a concept. This is my second passion in life. I wanted to share this with
係
I'm excited.
Seen that before.
What? I was expecting like something in the sky.
That's so bug. I'm not kidding. I've literally had that exact thing show up in my own drone footage before, and it's because you literally almost hit a bug. But a bug this far away from a tiny little lens is going to look massive and fast. The first frame where we can clearly
呢個係蟲喎，大家睇一睇先啊，係。
4, 3, 2, 1. Aliens.
Oh,
that was a bug.
come on.
That's a bug.
Come on.
That's a bug.
個翻譯有錯誤啊，即係佢嘅意思係唔係錯誤，係一隻蟲嚟嘅。佢話係一隻昆蟲嚟嘅喎，似唔似昆蟲先？睇一睇先啊，係啊，即係佢哋嘅經驗，我眼中係昆蟲啊。啊，佢哋嘅經驗係講昆蟲啊。
I've seen that before in my own drone footage.
That's what they think that's an alien? They think that's an alien? What? I was expecting like something in the sky.
That's so bug. I'm not kidding. I've literally had that exact thing show up in my own drone footage before. And it's because you literally almost hit a bug. But a bug this far away from a tiny little lens is going to look massive and fast. The first frame where we can clearly see the bug starting to show up is probably just like 5 to 10 feet in front of the drone.
Yeah.
And the only other thing you can see in the scene is probably like 100 or 200 feet away, at least. The bug probably isn't actually moving that fast. The drone, being so far away from anything to give the perspective of how fast it's moving, is actually probably moving at around like 30-ish, 40 miles an hour. So a bug moving in the other direction, just barely missing the camera lens, just going shoo, will give the illusion that it's some crazy fast thing.
If it was actually like the size of like a spaceship, you would be leaving shockwaves and like vapor trails and like
Yeah, the fastest any sort of like piloted aircraft can go is around Mach 3, and like the space shuttle coming in for landing, I think that comes in at somewhere around like 7 or 8. Once it starts slowing down, because air at high speeds is literally molasses, and so if that bug actually was the size of a spaceship and that mountain is like what, 3 miles away, it'd have to be going like Mach 15.
I mean the air would light on fire.
There's no way it's a spaceship at Mach 15. I can't believe they considered that to be a UFO.
Yeah, this is not a UFO, this is UFB.
Maybe it's a grasshopper.
We have no idea what kind of bug it is.
Yeah.
It could be an alien bug.
That's a good point, Sam. It could be an alien bug.
好諷刺啊！即係嗱，佢哋嘅經驗嚟講係一隻昆蟲喎，啊，真係啊，OK， 繼續睇啊，好有趣
Sorry
啊！
to all the people in the comments of this video who are utterly convinced that this is a spacecraft.
啊，有好多 comment 都話咩啊？係一啲不明物體係咪啊？係
That's a good point, Sam. It could be an
Who are utterly convinced that this is a
Love is come out of here, from here。OK，
spacecraft.
係啊，即係其實呢個現象同我哋同我哋都差唔多㗎，係。睇下佢笑到真係呢個廣告嚟嘅嚇。好，嗱睇廣告之前啊，喂，不如我哋又探討下喎。其實喺呢個西方嚟講啊，即係佢哋嚟講啊，我睇一睇佢哋嘅人氣先啊，係啊，即係呢班係 Corridor crew 即係佢哋呢個咁嘅 video 咧係 1.5 個 million 個 view 啊，哇！即係呢啲影片嚟講啊，呢啲屬於係有教育性嘅影片啊，有成個 million 嘅用戶去睇嘅喎，哇！即係如果係嗰啲 comment 嚟講都係正面喎，喂，咁我哋呢個台應該有望喎，即係起碼可以引多啲人咧入翻個正道啊，就唔會成日喺度神化化、鬼神咁樣，係即係而家 UFO 嚟講睇到影片嚟講已經證實嗰樣嘢 yes 㗎啦已經證實所有嘅影片都係仍然好多人係信係 UFO 喎，何況係嗰啲神化嘅睇唔到嘅嘢。都有好多人信喎，所以正道之前呢，就要 train 一 train 大家，即係點樣分析一個影片啊，就唔係個個都係真嘅
Their balloon flew into the air.
And now a dolphin's going to eat it and die.
哎呀，而家睇下一個影片啦。
Child was skipping along the sidewalk to their birthday
Holy
party, and
shit,
their
man.
balloon flew into the air.
And now a dolphin's going to eat it and die. This is the inverse motion.
Yeah, you're right. Once the light on that apartment building centers up, the light will center up too. Here it comes.
Right
And
there.
right there in the middle.
And then watch, we'll do the exact inverse motions. As the apartment building goes down in the frame, the lens flare goes up in the frame.
All right. Well, debunked.
Next.
咁又跌崩啊？
Watch it carefully. This is the video
呢條友好撚熟啊！呢條友喂，最近喺墨西哥出現啊！
Oh my God, what is this?
With the birthing orbs.
The
With
birthing
the ship
orbs.
birthing orbs.
Deploy the birthing orbs to the planet.
Ooh, this is low quality. You know, all these UFO enthusiasts are not like doing a good, like they're not making a good case by uploading this like horribly compressed footage that no one can actually discern whether it's real or fake.
Oh, wait. Oh, there we go. Now it's getting unexplainable. Initially, it wasn't unexplainable.
Interesting.
我咁睇好
That looks
natural。
like a jet flame, or like either afterburner or a rocket. Like it looks like a missile.
I've seen so many shots of missiles, by the way, and they don't move like this.
You're right. And the other perspective is like dark and it's moving differently. I mean, could these be flares? They don't really move correctly for that.
No.
This one's weird, man. I don't know what this one is. The motion is really unique. It would be very hard to track. The camera simulation is like, if this is VFX, is like really good. Things go out of focus correctly. The exposure reacts correctly. The color space seems to work correctly. And like, it's hyper compressed, but that's also doing a lot to help it as well.
喂，話時話我咁睇呢只又好 natural 喎。
I'll make it look really real. So, I'm gonna rule that this one is a maybe. Look, we looked at everything else.
喂，連佢都話未必喎，即係呢個嘢就唔係做出嚟啊！唔知係咪有其他嘅，即係一個物理產生嘅一個現象。
Critically, and everything else is clearly bugs or satellites. This one is nuts. There's nothing in here that's like, it could be visual effects, right? It still could be visual effects. All right, time for some research.
We have a second witness.
嗱，所有嘅嘢啊，係翻呢度嘅，其實佢係一個 formula 嘅，check 呢樣嘢之後有一個 theory 嘅。當你肉眼睇到啊，睇唔到瑕疵咧，就進一步睇一睇佢嘅內部，睇睇佢原油嘅機芯，只不過係咁 check 嘅啫。其實啊，呢個影片嚟講啊，一睇唔到啊，就要去進下一步去繼續去追蹤咯，繼續探討。呢個人大家應該好熟悉啦，呢個啊，呢條友係 UFO 入邊嘅嗰啲研究人員嗰啲咩組織嚟嘅喎，最近墨西哥見到佢啊嚇。
With a video camera recording the same event in the other side.
So this is supposedly recorded in Mexico City by two different people in 2009.
係真係佢兩個人喺唔同嘅手機影到同一樣嘢喎。
So the question would be, is like, are these the same like 3D animation? Or like, are they the same thing? Are they the same event? Or are they both filming two different things? They seem to time up there. This one's interesting because one of the big things with UFO footage is you would have other people filming it at the same time. Like if a disc appeared over like Los Angeles, you'd have millions of photos and videos about it. So this is 2009, so cell phones aren't super prominent yet. But you have two video sources of this. They appear to line up. However, I was able to find the original video and there's something just a little bit suspicious in it. There's a crossfade there.
Oh my god, that was atrociously crossfaded.
Yeah. And then when he zooms back in, it crossfades again.
CG. It's completely CG.
I don't know, Sam. I think it's just a little early for the do-it-yourself VFX revolution that we're in right now.
Someone recreated a very similar style video.
第三隻啊？
So yeah, this is obviously fake.
哇，大佬！
This feels like this is like the same thing we're looking at here. This is almost identical. Like the animation's almost exactly the same.
Yeah, but it's not zoomed in as much. It's not like, it's clearly very much like very similar, very inspired. But like the amount of compositing and tracking and like camera effects that have to go in to the other shots would be very difficult. When did this come out?
It was uploaded to YouTube August 18th of 2009.
2009喎，都可能嘅，嗰陣時可能未咁成熟 CG。
Oh. It was made in 2009 and it's credited to a Mexican VFX artist.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
This could easily, like the animation's identical, but even has the four things that get tethered to it and like seem to pull it around. What else is on his YouTube channel? What else is on this guy's YouTube channel? There he is. Oh, I recognize that face. oh, weird. That's funny. Where do we recognize him? From the International UFO Conference. They're conspiring.
But the shot he made came out after the sighting. It was not as good.
Oh, it came out after. Oh, well, of course, if he made one of his best works, he would never upload it to his own channel. A humble VFX artist stumbles across the perfect UFO VFX shot. Of course, he won't post it on his own channel because the evidence is there that he's been faking it this whole time. No, he conspires with someone, a man on the ground, to get him some background plates, some footage of the sky. Who does he contact next? The International UFO Conference. He orchestrates this entire
I need to see the proof,
thing.
Sam. I need to see the proof. I don't think, no, you know what? No, I don't think it's CGI. There's like 8 minutes of that footage and it's composited flawlessly. The out of focus bokeh, perfect. The color bleed, perfect. The noise, perfect. The zoom, the distortion.
嗱，我個人分享下啦，如果佢 zoom 到咁前啊，雖然係唔係好完美嘅一個影片嚟講啊，其實可以睇得出佢個堅定流喎。如果係嗰樣嘢係 visual effect 嚟講啊，係唔容易係唔難去分解嘅，係即係所有嘅如果係好 natural 噶，嗰樣嘢好難做到噶。所以頭先正如佢所講嘅嚇，所有嘅 noise 係個噪嗰個微粒啊，個噪點啊，噪音唔係噪音咁解，係嗰個畫面嘅 noise 啊，同埋佢個 focus 啊係好 natural 啊，所有嘢。
It's all perfect. It is way too perfect.
I'm on Nico's side here. I think whatever we're looking at actually did happen.
Yeah, I think this is real footage.
But I don't
即係講佢哋有兩個爭議啊，其中一個爭議話係一個係CG，另外一個話呢樣嘢係真係發生嘅，但係同一時間俾人影到，係可能有個陰謀同埋策劃喺度啊。
know what it could have been.
Well, perhaps my theory has a few flaws, but I think there's too many coincidences.
We need to
係，跟住終於遇到高手啊
infiltrate the International UFO Conference and figure out
OK
what they're really trying to do.
This could very well just be something that's normal and real, or somebody, flying something or balloons or whatever. It's just it's filmed in such a way that's like filtering it so hard it makes it mysterious. And that's what a lot of UFO footage is. It's really just kind of normal things that are being filmed in such a way, and they're so hard to visually process that it becomes unexplainable. And that's what this probably is. Could it be aliens, Sam?
Always.
Always.
project.
啊！呢個係我諗係佢哋有一個難度喺度啊！即係我繼續追蹤噶咯喎，即係大家都有一個基本嘅嘅認知啊。其實我相信有好多人都唔知佢哋講緊乜嘢啊。如果係稍為有研究呢啲咁樣嘅visual effect 啊，個朋友就知啊，就稍為知道功力喺邊度啊。即係有陣時我哋啲皮毛嚟講啊，我知佢講咩，但係我諗唔到佢可以去到嗰位啊。即係分析嚟講啊。即係另外一個範疇，另外一個呢樣嘢係要嗰啲叫咩啊？嗰啲叫做嗰啲偵探頭腦啊，係所有嘢要破解啊！佢有個動機嘅嘢，哇！好係喎，大家晚上好啊！飛棍就唔係啦，飛棍已經破解咗噶啦，飛棍係好皮毛啊！你俾佢哋睇笑死佢哋啊！如果飛棍嚟講啊。係，有冇問題啊？喂，做咩仲係棘住喺度嘅？點解馬來西亞睇一睇大家留言先啦。賣 FB show 有咩？點解馬來西亞冇 UFO 睇？有啊，馬來西亞有 UFO 噶，拍過幾水噶。係啊，飛棍係 Alex Pang 你好啊，係 WhatsApp Boy 係喎。咁樣我下一次咧就同大家分享更多嘅。除咗啲技術性嘅嘢咧，就分享下啲 YouTube 啊，即係近來發現有啲咩值得推薦俾大家，都可以同大家推薦㗎。啊，大家可以下一次咧就同大家分享一個即係佢哋睇到嘅一啲靈異事件啊，即係佢哋所謂嘅 debunk 啊，即係拆解啲靈異嘅 video。其實我覺得 UFO 嚟講啊，如果大家有一個 concept 啊，有個概念啊，大家知道係點樣做出嚟靈異 video 咧，應該仲容易啲嘅。係靈異 video 嚟講啊，都好多嘢可以研究下噶。Johnny 話咩啊？喺挪威見過，好細好遠，用手機墊底。我記得馬來西亞有飛頭。挪威嗰個咧，下次我同大家分享更多嘅。即係如果係佢哋嘅影片嚟講咧。大家都可以睇多隻嘅，佢哋嘅影片嚟講咧，都係有講過一啲關於 balloon 嘅嘢㗎，即係何謂 balloon？What
is Project Rogue? I need to figure out the secrets of.
係，即係 balloon 嚟講，其實有好多都係 balloon 嚟嘅，有好多係佢哋，即係佢哋而家大型嘅 balloon 啊，喺度進行嗰啲一啲 experiment 一啲 experiment 嘅嘢啊，嗰啲軌跡嘅嘢啊，所以有時你睇到嗰啲都唔一定係 UFO 嚟㗎，或者係啲衛星啊，一啲 balloon 嘅一啲 天體嚟嘅。當然佢嘅 channel 入邊咧都有介紹好多嘅喎，係喎。好啦，咁樣就今日咧就多謝大家嘅光臨嘅喎嚇。大家要唔要？如果可以有人留守嚟講，我哋可以繼續進行嘅，係進行下一隻嘅，睇下你哋嘅投票先，有冇人投票？冇人投票啊！聽日啦，或者聽日啦，聽日可以玩多隻啊，因為星期四嚟講係玩多隻就睇下啲跌崩嘅嘢啦。好，alright，今日就到此為止啦。咁啊，聽晚嘅喎，聽晚就 UFO 啦。最近好多 UFO 出現啦，大家小心啲喎，有 UFO 出沒嘅。有時睇到咧就未必 UFO 啊，大家嚇係啲天體嘅 balloon 比較多嘅啊。Alright，good night everyone。yeah。係。